Greetings. I am Dr. Shenetha Ramsey, owner of Gifted to Inspire. Let's see. Thank you for allowing me to share with you how to start a life coaching business. You have made the right decision to consider business series. This is the second course of the business series, second presentation, I should say. How to start a life coaching business. I'm going to share with you briefly about what life coaching is. Then I'm going to go into how to get started with your process of starting your business. Life coaching is a industry that provides support, help to people that want to be better in their life, I should say. They want to meet goals, they want to be better, they want to be whole, they want to be successful in their endeavors, I should say. It's not therapy, it's not treatment. It's strictly helping someone be better and be more independent and making the right better choice and better decision in their life independently. Now, life coaching don't tell people what to do. They don't tell them. They may give suggestions, but we can't force anything upon the person. We may provide feedback, but we're not going to tell you, like, advise a person to do something they don't want to do. Now, life coaching is very rewarding. Life coaching is a very rewarding industry. You can do a lot with it. What I mean by that is, you can pick your own niche, your own, should I say niche? It may say niche, it may say niche, same thing. For example, you may become a certified life coach, and you may want to focus on weight loss, health. You may want to focus on possibly business, just the business part of it, component of it, or you may want to focus on relationship, or you may want to focus on personal development. Just give me some examples. They have more niches than that. But it's up to you to determine which niche or which niche fits you. Okay? So that's what I have to tell you about life coaching, what it is briefly. To start your business, it's a process, but I'm gonna tell you it's not that difficult. Determine what type of industry, or should I say entity that you would like. For example, you may want to start a limited liability LLC, or you may want to start a nonprofit. Now, nonprofits have multiple. There are multiple types of nonprofits. So when you choose a nonprofit, know what type of nonprofit you want to select. Okay, the most common I always hear is 501c3 or 4 or 7, whichever one you choose. They have multiple. When I say they have several types of nonprofit, they have several. So make sure you choose the one you feel that's best for you, that fits you. Okay. Once you determine your entity, whether it's LLC or nonprofit, and in case you didn't know what LLC is, it's limited liability company, and it's a for-profit type of entity. Okay, nonprofit is not for-profit, but it can be in a sense, not quite like a LLC though. I'm going to tell you this here. Whatever route you go, make sure you're comfortable with it. Okay, make sure you're comfortable with it and you want to do that. What you want to do. Make sure you register with Secretary of State. I'm not sure how your state. I know my state, what state I live in. We have to register with Secretary of State with businesses and make sure we renew annually and pay our fee annually to the city. Not just check. Make sure you check into that. Make sure everything is well. I'm going to tell you this here as well. Make sure you choose a business name that you feel comfortable with. I'm going to get into that too. Choose a business name that fits you, that fits your company, what you provide. Make sure you give some good thought into that. If you want to hire other people to work with you, that's an opportunity as well. It's up to you if you want to do that. But at the LLC, you could be a sole proprietor, or you could just be the member. What I mean by member is you may be just you working on your own, owner, I should say. They have various opportunity there. So research it, look into it. Okay, I encourage you to take time and research what you want to do and your options and opportunities. Okay. Now I'm going to get into the part, the I'm not saying best part, but one of the parts that's most important as well. Know your population. Know who you're going to serve. Know how you're going to serve them and what you're going to provide. You have to know who you're helping and how you're going to help them. If you know you want to be a life coach, well, you have some idea on how to help the people that whoever you want to be helping, or how you want to provide a service. So make sure you know your how and your what. How you going to provide a service? What are you going to provide? Okay, or what you're going to provide and how you're going to provide it, or who you're going to provide as well. So make sure you know that up front. Make sure you can come down to it's optional. I'm not gonna say you shouldn't do it. Everybody have different ways of doing their funding, their money. Business accounts are very essential. Have a business account. Make sure you don't use your personal with your business at the same time. Don't mix things. Make sure you have a separate personal separate from your business. I'm saying that because I've heard some horror story about that. When people say they ain't mixed up money and got mixed up and it wasn't too good. So I encourage you make sure you have separate accounts. Personal, which is your money you make personally, your personal fund, and your business is separate because the business is more about your business. Correct, right? So make sure you do it right. And make sure that when you file your taxes, another thing, make sure you file your taxes annually, every year. With the nonprofit entity, make sure you file every year annually. If you don't, you're supposed to file your taxes every year anyway, but come down to your nonprofit status. Make sure you file that every year. Every year. Depends on if you have a small nonprofit, you file the 990 in. It depends on what you desire. But usually the small end nonprofits, which makes 50,000 or less annually, they file the 990 in. If you are making more than 50,000 annually with a nonprofit, you'll file the 990 or whatever you know for sure off the IRS.gov website. So, like I said, make sure you do that. And don't forget to ask questions. Check with some business officers. What I mean by that is check with some local people that you know that's professional in the business that can support you, that can lead you in the direction you need to go. If you need more support, more help, check with your university, your school. They have business offices, business departments. Whoever you feel comfortable with speaking with, and who you trust, they can help you to do what you get what you need and do what you have to do. I'm gonna also tell you as well. When it comes down to managing your business, I'm gonna tell you sometimes it can be a little challenging, but I'm gonna tell you it's rewarding. It's very rewarding. Once you get the feel of how to work it, you're gonna be in a better way, better state. It's gonna be better. So I encourage you in the beginning. If you feel a little overwhelmed getting started, you feel like you can't do anything. I mean, you can't get things done properly. Be expected to go. I encourage you to make sure that you be patient with yourself and make sure you do what you say you're going to do. Hold yourself accountable. I'm not going to say be up, be hard on yourself, but make sure you know you have something to do. You hold yourself accountable. You do it and get the help you need because that's very, very important. Get the support you need. And always remember this here too. And sometimes it's always kind of hard to do it. Time management. Don't forget time management. Time management is very, very, very important to keep up with. Keep up with time management because time management, when you manage your time wisely, that means you have time to work on other things that you need to take care of. Like make it spend more time with your clients or your consumers, I should say. However you want to address the clients, consumers, whomever you serving. You have more time to work with them. So make sure that you have a schedule, have a nice journal, or however you want to take time to jot down your appointments. Have an appointment book. Keep up with all of that, okay? But like I said, when it comes down to all that, from the beginning to managing, it all works together. So make sure you set good habits in the beginning and you maintain. Okay, I want to share with you as well. Make sure you speak with your clients. Make sure you talk to your clients. I should say coachees. I'm gonna say coaches. You understand like coaching business. Sometimes they call them clients. They call them coachees. So I'm gonna say this here. If you have a coachee that needs additional support, I recommend that you refer them to somebody that can provide it. Not saying you can't do it, but I'm saying you know it's something you don't do. Make sure you don't let the coaches feel like they don't have any support. Make sure you don't let them just feel like they just don't have any help. Send them to somebody that can support them in a way that you may not have the resources all the time. It's okay because sometimes I may not. So I'm going to tell you. Not saying you don't have it, but I'm saying sometimes you may not have. They may have something you don't have. Or person you're referring to them to may have something you don't have. So don't feel down because you can't take them all. Sometimes you can't take them all. I know I'm sure you want to, but sometimes we can't take all coaches. We just can't. So don't beat yourself over that. Don't feel bad about that either. I'm going to also share with you as well. Ask questions. Make sure you ask plenty specific questions. You can use open or closed, whichever one, or you mix them up. Whatever you have to do, get the information you need head on in the beginning. If you need some further information, say it. Always ask relevant questions. Always be honest with yourself and with your coachee. If you feel uncomfortable asking the question, you have to ask it. Just let that coachee know why you asking the question. Let them know so they understand that you're not asking them something that's gonna make them feel uncomfortable intentionally. It's what you have to do. Make sure you do it to help them and to keep the relationship, the coach relationship strong. Okay, just reminding you. I hope this is helping you because I want this to help you. I want this to make sure I want to make everything I'm telling you is what you need. So make sure you listening. I thank you for listening because it's very helpful. And I think it's a very good way for you to know what you need to do before you start your coaching business or coaching practice. How you want to say it, coaching business or coaching practice. Everybody have different terminology when it comes down to that. But it's okay. Same thing. Make sure that you give yourself time to do things. What I mean by that, make sure you have a plan. You plan ahead with your schedule. Make sure if you decide to use tools, for example, you may decide to use for appointments. I'm trying to pertain to appointments right now. Appointment scheduling. You may decide to use tools online. They have several tools out there you can utilize. Research that. They have several platforms you may want to become part of. I don't want to name it because there are so many of them out there and I want to miss them. So I encourage you to research that as well. Check out the platform. Don't forget the network. Make sure you network with people that in the same industry or the same niche, or if you feel comfortable talking to other coaches as yourself in another niche. That's up to you. You know how what makes you feel comfortable. You know what works for you. You know yourself better than I do. So, like I said, nothing wrong with trying that. And don't forget to always take good notes. Take your notes. Try your best to take good notes. Don't forget to do that. Well, starting life coaching business, you have so much you're trying to tackle, but make sure you take good notes. Don't think that you have to be in a rush or hurry. Just do it. Do what you have to do. Okay? I encourage you to stay confident, stay motivated, stay self motivated, and continue to work on what you have to work on. 'Cause people need help. They need support. They need you. They need your help. They need coaches. They need all the coach they can get. But it takes a good coach to help someone to overcome what they're going through. So it takes real good ones. So you keep trying. Don't give up. Don't give in. And take your time. And I'm gonna tell you this here too, in case you may be wondering how soon will you get your first coachee. Depends on you. Sometimes it don't go fast you expect it to go. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you up front. Everybody have different experiences, different situations. We don't know why. And I don't want you to beat yourself up over that either. If it doesn't happen right away, don't stop working. Because the more you work, the better it is for you too. Because you learning, you also getting more out of it than what you think you're getting out of it. So make sure you continue to do what you have to do. Because coaching, becoming a certified life coach, is work. I'm not gonna say it's hard, but I'm saying it's work. It takes time. You can't just jump in and tell them a process overnight. You have to make sure you get it, and when you get it, you do the best you can, and you process it. Use it day by day. But I do encourage you not to give up. I encourage you to keep trying. Keep striving and stay self confident and stay self motivated. Because the more you do that, you helping others that's gonna come your way that may need that support, they need that help. So I encourage you not to give up. Don't get discouraged when you don't get your first client in the time frame you desire to. But I do recommend that you could consider content. If you're good at content, like creating content, that's a good way of, because life coaches pretty much use content a lot, and they pretty much create their own content. Some of the time, you may become an author. I'm just gonna give you some examples. You may become an author, may write books, and some people may not want to write a book. But I'm saying for you, you may decide to write a book that may help you with your business. They can help you with your business, and not just because you selling the book, you promoting your work, you promoting who you are. Okay, so I encourage you to. So I encourage you to not give up and not give in on what you're offering. Okay, not give up and always stay rest of what you have to do. Don't give up and always stay tuned in what you're doing. Okay, don't give up and don't give in to what's caused you not to make the progress you want to make in a time. Because sometimes it take a little time for you to move forward. It's okay, but that because you coaching doesn't mean you have to stop. You know, you have to stop because you not getting the coaches in a time manner. I encourage you to keep pressing. If you got to get a business coach, what I mean by that, if you need to get somebody to support you a little further, a little more with your coaching, do that. Just because you get support doesn't mean something is wrong with you or something is wrong with your business. It doesn't mean that. You may need some other clarification. Just gonna tell you, may need some support with your niche. Your niche, you may need a little more help with that. And what you may have selected, maybe what you should be doing. You may need another way to present it. I was giving an example. Could be. So I said before, don't give up and don't feel down. But I am glad that you came on today with me. I'm glad you joined in on the second course of this business series. Yes, business series. The second topic, how to start a life coaching business. Okay, so if you have questions, don't forget to email me. You can email me at giftedtoinspirelet's@yahoo.com. Check out my website, giftedtoinspirelet's.com, or drshanithainspires.wix.com/gifted. And like I said before, let me help you uncover your greatness because greatness awaits you. But I do encourage you to move forward with your life coaching business or life coaching practice. Don't give up. And I thank you for listening. I thank you for your time. But I said before, you have what it takes. You are the coach. Remember, you are the coach. You bring what you have, all your knowledge, skills, aptitude to the table. You do it confidently. Do it. Walk in it. You got it. Okay? Thank you for listening. Have a great one. See you next time.